Detective Dinkie and his assistant Bogan had just returned from their well-deserved vacation, and they were ready to take on their next case. They had been called to the city's art museum, where a series of highly valuable paintings had been stolen. The thief, who was known as the Artful Thief, was a highly skilled and elusive criminal. He had been stealing paintings from museums and galleries around the world for years, and he had never been caught. Dinkie and Bogan were determined to bring this thief to justice. They knew that this would be a challenging case, but they were up to the task. They began by studying the thief's past crimes, looking for any patterns or clues that might help them locate him. They interviewed witnesses and examined evidence, but the thief seemed to have left no trace behind. As the days passed and the thief remained at large, Dinkie and Bogan knew they needed to bring in some extra help. They called on a renowned art expert, a woman named Professor Rachel, who had worked with them on several cases before. Professor Rachel was a brilliant mind, and she was able to help Dinkie and Bogan narrow down their search. She analyzed the paintings that had been stolen and was able to identify a unique style and technique that the thief used. With this information, Dinkie and Bogan were able to focus their search on a small group of artists who matched the thief's profile. They traveled around the world, following leads and gathering evidence that led them closer and closer to the thief. Finally, after weeks of searching, they were able to locate the thief's hideout, a secret studio in a remote corner of the world. They approached the studio with caution, guns drawn, and burst in to find the thief standing in front of a canvas, brush in hand. He was armed and dangerous, but Dinkie and Bogan were not afraid. They were trained in the art of combat, and they were determined to bring this thief to justice. The thief was no match for Dinkie and Bogan, and he was quickly overpowered and taken into custody. The stolen paintings were recovered, and the world was once again a safer place, thanks to the detective and his assistant. As they stood on the steps of the courthouse, receiving accolades and praise from the media, Dinkie turned to Bogan and said, "Well, old friend, that was quite a case. I don't know about you, but I could use another vacation." Bogan chuckled and replied, "I'm with you, detective. Let's go someplace tropical and relax for a while." And with that, Dinkie and Bogan set off on their next adventure, ready to take on whatever challenges came their way.